The first time that I spoke clearly was during the first hour when we noticed it there. The whole thing was quite clear, but the first day I was struggling because I was completely changing my mind, pretty much. That was definitely the most challenging day, but it was the most important because that was when the change happened. Once I got that day out of the way, I could kind of focus on literally just talking. And I was talking for the whole call. Yesterday, I was talking over dinner. Last night, I was talking after dinner. I was talking when I phoned my friend. I was talking when I phoned my grandparents. The only time that I wasn't talking was when I was sleeping.
Yay! That's right!
Yes, I met him a lot like how do you think this is going to work? Lot like met him this like whole process like met him how long will it take? Like met him will I see the progress today, tomorrow?
This all will depend on how quickly you will perceive and digest and accept the information that we will give you. You can perceive the information in 1 second and begin speaking correctly right away.
Do you have more questions?
No, not really.
Then we're going to begin giving you the information.
Okay. After he won the first couple of legs, the younger player began to start a comeback and then went on to win 3 legs in a row to claim the second set as well, putting the younger player 2-0 up on sets. Once the third set started, the more experienced player was determined to not be whitewashed and actually put up a fight for the whole game.
When did you first produce stutter-free speech?
Today, probably within the first 2 hours. 1 shredded chili beef. 1 chips. Is there anything else?
What, peanut, chicken satay and peanut sauce?
1 chicken satay in peanut sauce.
Okay, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, can you ask how much that'll come to?
Could you let me know how much that come to, please?
Yes, I order 1 beef curry, 1 chicken salmon, please 1 chicken balls, crispy shredded beef and chili, chips, and packaged chicken on skewer with peanut sauce.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's £22.60.
Could we add in a special chow mein as well?
Could we add 1 special chow mein too?
Okay, yes, that will be £26.20.
Okay, thank you.
How long will it be?
How long will that take?
45 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, bye.
Very good.
Getting a lot clearer. He's engaging a lot more with people at home because he wants to do the work with them. It's pleasing to see him asking for help, his sisters, mum, myself. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a huge improvement because his words are coming out clearer. He's speaking a little bit slower. So, yeah, that's what I've seen, that's what I've seen.
Allotment, allow, allowance, alloy, all right, allure, allusion, alley, almond, alongside, allowed, alphabet, alternate, alternative.
Okay. How are you feeling when you are reading? Any difficulty, any strengthening of your body, mind?
No, I'm kind of concentrating on knowing what the stressed vowel is more, but I'm not feeling any kind of difficulty or stress.
Yeah. Do difficult words exist?
No,
Do difficult letters, sounds exist?
no.
No. Good job. Let's grab a book.
Okay. In the last 2 games, we've struggled to find solutions for the problems both Southampton and West Ham gave us. They've sat deep and tried to hit us on the break, limiting our chances. We need to be careful with that. It's important to defend as well when you lose the ball. What's important is to work on how we can put opponents under more pressure when we have possession.
Okay. Summarize.
In the last 2 games, we need to focus on the problems that both Southampton and West Ham gave us. It's important to defend as well when we have possession.
Okay, have you covered most of it?
Yeah.
Perfect. So grade yourself 1 to 10. How did you read? Did you make any mistakes in reading?
Oh, no, 10.
How was your recall back? How was your speech?
My speech, 10.
That's all I measure. We measure in this class. The quality of your speech. No mistakes, 10. 1 mistake, 9. 2 mistakes, 8, and so on. Okay? Very good.
My stutter started when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I've been told by people and my parents that it started with bullying, but I can't really recall much of the bullying myself. Since I was stuttering, it affected me mainly in school, in classrooms, when the teachers would feel very awkward to ask me to speak in class, which did sometimes help me because obviously I didn't want to speak in class.
How did it help you? Instead of encouraging you to contact with their word, they allowed you not to speak. That's horrible. They should have made you speak more. But instead, because they didn't know how to help you, they said, okay, I'm not going to deal with that. Okay, sit and be quiet.
It kind of made me turn myself kind of into the class clown. When the teachers were kind of not getting me involved, I'd get myself involved by either talking to other people or making the class kind of laugh and just doing silly things, which sometimes got me in trouble. And basically from the age of probably 6 till about 12 or 13 years old, the only reason that I went to school was to play football. And so the only thing that I was looking forward to every day was the 1 hour when I was outside playing football with my friends. So that kind of got me through primary school, the first stage of school in the UK.
Yeah, because when you are young, this age until 12, the speaking demand is not high.
No.
You don't have to speak much when you are a young child in the primary school. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
So,
middle school, they increase for speaking.
yeah.
Rates.
So back in primary school, I was obviously never good at speaking. When I went to secondary school, it got harder because obviously the teachers didn't know my problem really. So at the start, they would pick on me to speak and so on. And also there was a lot of people that were better than me at football too. So I did struggle because I didn't then have that one thing that I knew I was always going to do and be good at. So that kind of led me to following my football team at the weekend because I knew I was good at that with sort of travelling and basically going back to being the class clown, but being the class clown kind of outside of the class. So I kind of started being the class clown, but outside of the class with my friends that followed the Arsenal Football Club around the country, which I then started doing. So then I sort of went from in primary school looking forward to 1 hour every day to going to secondary school, and the whole week I was just looking forward to Saturday. So my stutter did make me struggle kind of through the week, where every day was kind of getting through the school day without having to speak a lot, and just kind of getting my work done and then going home. So there was nothing to look forward to every day apart from when I would go to football on the Saturday. And then once I got to the later stages of secondary school, obviously you have more kind of exams and more pressure on you to do presentations, more reading, to kind of make up your own work. I kind of had to start focusing more, but trying to do the work without actually speaking or asking questions to the teachers. So when I came out of school, my grades weren't great, but they were good enough for me to kind of do what I wanted. I wanted to go and work within football. So first of all, I had a placement at the Arsenal Football Club, which was given to me while I was at school, and that helped me. But I did realise I was hiding a little bit there as well, because it was obviously people that I didn't know, but people that I knew could help me, but I didn't have the resources to kind of get along with them and get them to help me.
Yeah.
I didn't get the most out of the opportunity that I should have. But then once I did leave school, I managed to get a job back at Arsenal, completely regardless of the placement I had. I got it all by myself. When I got the job, I didn't actually realise how much speaking that it was going to be.
Yeah.
I was doing the venue setup and all that. I was working on the stadium tours for the stadium. And with the stadium tours, it's obviously constantly talking to tourists and people coming to visit the stadium and stuff like that. So I was basically standing there the whole day kind of talking about the football club to people that were coming to visit, which was perfect for me because it's something that I'm confident talking about, but obviously I wasn't confident talking. So I'd talk, but I would also struggle. And I ended up leaving that job. I'm looking to get a new job. So to get certain jobs, I didn't want something to be holding me back again.
And your speaking mistakes did hold you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. What have you done with your problem over the course of your 19-year-old life?
The first thing we tried, I think, was literally just trying to shake it out of me. When we went, was it Sanj?
He had a few people that are in my network who said they wanted to do some NLP strategies, new code, just literally change his state and anchor it to his new identity.
So first thing you did, it was NLP program,
Yeah.
right? How did it go? Do you remember?
Not much. I think I was about 10 years old or 11 years old. I remember I was jumping on a trampoline.
That was fun.
Well, no, because he wanted me to speak while I was jumping on the trampoline.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I was jumping for probably about an hour or 2 hours. So that was very tiring and it didn't really help me or do anything. when I was about, I think, 13, maybe 12 or 13, we went to a woman who gave me certain exercises to do, but that was more sort of regarding moving my face and making my face kind of loose. So doing things like that and like trying to move the muscles in my face.
She blocked you even more. You started moving even more your muscles because she put your focus on your muscles.
Yeah.
You see that? And you are still blocked. No matter how much you practice doing anything, until you are unblocked, you are never gonna succeed. You're always gonna do everything awkward because you are handcuffed. Was she a speech therapist?
Was she?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she was. She specifically on helping people with stutter and stammer.
Specifically, speech therapists, pathologists block people who stutter. They are the main blockers today. Of course, the first blockers are kind of your parents who couldn't unblock you when you started making mistakes. And then you got to the international blockers, the whole cartel, multi-billion-dollar business. They block you and everyone else even more. Okay, did you do anything else after that?
Yeah, and then I was probably about 17 years old. I'd done some hypnotherapy, which would basically make me relax, and I'd be speaking quite well for maybe the rest of the day or the day after, but I'd need to go back and do it again for the next couple of days and so on. So it wasn't a permanent fix.
Because what? They relaxed you. You were relaxed, but your handcuffs were still on. Okay? And how much did you talk that day?
I would be talking quite a lot whilst I was being hypnotized, but I wouldn't be talking kind of more than normal. I'd just be talking, but talking a lot better without loads of mistakes.
Maybe you were speaking less, not much. The more you speak, the more mistakes you make. Who found this program?
My dad.
Did it really bother you that your child was speaking in the way he was?
Of course.
Why? Because he got a job, so why was it bothering you?
It doesn't impact how we feel about him in the sense of you don't love him any less.
Of course.
What it was is you knew as a parent that because he had a block, he wasn't being his true self. So that would be the reason why it bothered. And sometimes it probably bothers all of us at different levels at different times. You know? But we knew it bothered him. And we knew sometimes it bothered him less than it did, say, his mum or me. So did it bother me? Yes. And the main reason why it bothered me personally was there was so much more that he could bring, and there was a sense of frustration on his part. So we would feel that frustration. The answer.
The first day I was unblocked, but I still didn't sort of have the mentality of kind of speaking. So that whole first day was hard for me, and when I finished I literally just collapsed and went to sleep pretty much because I was so tired.
Okay.
But that first day was definitely the most important because that was basically where I learned what I was doing and what I'm going to do to make it better, basically. And then yesterday, I saw it a lot as kind of just speaking and practicing speaking.
And enjoying it.
Yeah. The second day was a lot more relaxing And I've found it really helpful having my mum here. I found it sort of more realistic because I'm not going to be sitting here talking to a computer screen. I'm going to be talking to my parents, my friends, my family, and stuff like that. So I found it helpful doing it with her rather than doing it with you, because I'm actually talking to a person sitting here, kind of as well.
Of course.
And so that kind of gave me the peace of mind that kind of when I leave this room and I shut the computer, I could go downstairs and talk to my sister about something.
Did you talk to your sister already?
Yeah.
Okay, how it went?
Yeah, good. So I was talking with my sister, and then I came pretty much straight onto this call, and I'm talking again.
Who did you have dinner with?
The whole family. My dad, my mum, and my sister.
He was talking a lot more. He was clearer. It was a nice experience because all three of us, both his mum and his sister, were all like, oh wow, okay, we can see improvements, this is really cool. I think there was less frustration on his part. So it was like, you know, he was speaking because he wanted to speak. He was given, say, that instruction to carry on speaking. A bit like if he was at school, if he was given an instruction to do, you'd always resist being told to do something that you don't want to do. Yeah. And so he wanted to do it, and he was enjoying doing it. Thank you to you both for giving Harrison the awareness of how to become unblocked and giving him the new identity that he is a speaker rather than a stutterer. You said on day one where it's changed. So it means he's changed, he's shifted, or if you want to say he's like unblocked.
Right.
And then now he's going to keep making that progress. And he knows what he's got to do. And he can also self-assess it. That's the beautiful part. So I was proud of him. What's the biggest result from it is that he, I believe, has shifted from his identity as a stutterer. The shift from saying, okay, I was blocked to unblocked. I genuinely believe now that he will call himself a stutterer. And that's the shift. That was the biggest shift that I wanted for him, wanted for you, because, you know, if you say you're a stutterer and you carry on thinking, okay, I'm going to compensate. So to me, that it doesn't matter what he's doing, whatever the work is, whatever the bits and pieces are. It's just that he now knows, and it's not that he has to tell anybody else. He knows that. And so to me, that was the biggest shift, that you could turn around and say, okay, he was blocked and now he's unblocked. And he doesn't associate that to being a stutterer now.
So now you are unblocked and you can go anywhere you want to go. You can even become a public speaker. You have everything. You have the look, you have the brain, you have everything for that. I don't know if you want to. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, I'm so grateful for everything you've done for us for the last 3 days. It's honestly changed our lives. Thank you so much.
Lots of love to you guys. And I just want you to understand the work is not over. He may misbehave. He may.
Now, well, I'll tell him off if he does. I really appreciate everything. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you.